Today I made 13,000 USD and had puts at the exact high of the day today, but it was a very, very tricky trade. I'm going to be going over the trades I ended up taking today, as well as preparing you guys for the best setups at the best prices. Before we get in today's video, you guys know the routine. Sniper University is live right now, 4-week boot camp. If you'd like to change your life, like to change your trading, the link is in the bio. We also have weekly subscriptions and monthly subscriptions. Both are 50% off. Use code YouTube at checkout to save yourself 50%. Let's get into today's video. Let's get it. So, this is the trade I ended up taking today. And at one point in time, it was a very scary trade, right? Just being honest with you guys. Just when you know something is going to happen and you feel something's going to happen, it may not happen. This is trading. You are never guaranteed success in trading. And this is something everyone needs to learn. Opening candle, rips up. Next candle opens, goes higher. I bought in, 560 put, same days. I didn't sell this move. I ended up, as soon as we broke over 560, I doubled down, guys. We started ripping, and I sold. I stopped out and ended up entering August 23rd 560 puts, and I ended up getting 400 contracts right here. The reason why I held, and the reason why I told the entire Daily Sniper community is they know how I trade. I sell the move. I'm scaling out extremely quickly. Today I held conviction. Why? I've seen this pattern before. I have waited patiently for the best levels to be trading at. I waited patiently for all the bears to get stopped out. And then we hit my key level. We hit 560, massive psychological level. And I seen a day in particular just like today where SPY ended up having a bullish morning to start off with. Extremely bullish. We sold off in the pre-market and did not have one red candle. But as soon as we had the first red candle, we ended up getting a massive sell-off. And this is what I was anticipating. Literally at the high of the day today, I was telling people, the 30-minute looks bullish, but my price target keeps going lower and lower and lower. My first price target was a new low of day up here to break the floor, to break the original low at 559.14. Why? I've seen this before. I've seen this setup before. I held my conviction. I hit August 23rd, 560 puts, 400 contracts, and the rest was absolute history. Made a bag. And now, as you guys know, I ended up having a swing trading position, right? I was down $15,000 on my swing position towards the high of the day today. I ended up selling for a $1,200 win. Why? It's Sniper, if you had conviction, why are you selling so early? Let me show you. I'm able to identify supports and resistances. I'm able to identify when 558 became a support. I'm going to show you, right? Look at this first candle. You see how we broke under 558? You see how the next candle immediately closed above it and a massive rip? Every single time we broke under 558, massive rip. Broke under 558, massive rip. Broke under 558, massive rip. Under 558, massive rip. Right? So it was clear as day that 558 is a support. In today's pre-market live stream that I do every single day in the Daily Sniper community along with Dimitri, I said, this is my buy zone now. Once we come into this area, 557.17 to 558, this is my buy zone. But I wasn't buying calls because I'm not buying calls this high. I'm definitely missing out on a lot of money, but just looking at the daily time frame, I'm not buying calls. I do not care what anyone says. Any professional trader, you're missing out on money. Why don't you just buy the dip and make money? Because I know technical analysis. I know oversold territory. I know oversold stocks. I did not buy calls. But the Daily Sniper Discord knew 558 was a support because this is what we teach. Look at the floor that we had right here. This is why I ended up selling my put position for a $1,200 win. I sold it over here. Yes, I could have made more money, but I was identifying a floor being created. And I did not want to risk this going back up to the mid 560s and me to be down 15K today. When I secured my bag, I made over 13,000 USD on the day today. And I just wanted to walk away. I didn't want to walk away red. Me being up 13 grand right here, I would have been down at least $1,000, a couple grand, right? Greed kills in this industry. You need to secure the profits. You don't want to wish and hope. Losing is a choice. Losing remains a choice. I sell the move regardless of what I do. And this is what I preach to everyone. My biggest losses come from 0 days to expiry and swing trading. Yesterday, I waited for the best level to short. I didn't short for 50 points. And I bought the best level. And I was still wrong. Right? I still made money because I had to double down at yesterday's previous closing price. I had to add to my position. But it didn't work out the way I anticipated it to. And this is trading. You can have the best setups at the best prices. You can patiently wait sitting on your hands for the best level to happen. For your pre-planned game plan to happen. Sometimes it won't work. This is why you need to learn how to lose. This is the only industry that you need to reprogram your brain on losing. You need to be good at losing. Every other aspect in your life, you have to be a winner. You have to, no matter what, be a winner. You always got to win. And losing sucks in regular life, but losing saves you a lot of money trading options and day trading and futures trading. Once you're able to take an L, be like, I'll get it back. I'll take this out. I'll get it back. That's when you're going to be successful at day trading. Learn to stop out. Learn to, who cares what your favorite influencer says, favorite YouTuber, favorite stock trader. Follow your own game plan. Because this is what I tell the community. I don't know your account size. I don't know what contracts you're in. I don't know how many contracts you have. And I don't know where you bought. I'm only focused on my account. So whether I make money on a trade or lose money on a trade, it is your job as a trader to know when to take profits and know when to stop out. And this is what we teach at the Daily Sniper. Now, let's move forward into tomorrow's trading plan. What are we going to do? First things I end up doing, guys, is I'm going to make the previous closing price. 558.70, right? Previous closing price. And this gap is filled, so we make it blue. And we get it away from a dotted line, but we're going to keep it because SPY has been respecting this level. I'm not just deleting the previous closing price. I'm keeping it on my screen, but I add the previous closing price in red so I know this is the gap to fill. So, daily candle is pretty bearish, right? We're still making higher highs, higher lows. Keep that in mind. The daily time frame is making higher highs and higher lows. We have yet to break the trend of a lower high and a lower low. So instead of loading on puts and swing trading like I did yesterday, I'm waiting for confirmation now. I know I'm going to make a bag. I know SPY's going to retest 545. I know for a fact it's going to. Not a financial advisor, but that's what I feel. But I'm going to wait for the confirmation. So there's two ways to trade. You buy your level, you're either right or you're wrong, and you stop out, and then you have to wait for the confirmation. So if you would have bought puts, for instance, at 560, and you get stopped out right here, you have to wait until 560 is proven to be a resistance to get back into puts. That's how you trade. You buy where you're supposed to buy, you hit with size. If you stop out, then you wait. You already tried it. Now you got to wait for the full cycle to happen to show for your key level to be shown as a resistance. And if that doesn't happen, the lower level or the higher level, whatever way you're trading, calls or puts, it doesn't have to be that exact level. If your next level is showing a support, you don't do puts. If your lower level is showing support, you don't do calls. Or resistance, you don't do calls. So the best levels to be trading at tomorrow. We are bullish. I don't care what anyone says. Higher highs, higher lows. Stop being stupid. Don't do what I did and swing trade at the best level when the daily time frame showed me higher highs, higher lows. So we're going to have a little bit of patience, okay? Levels to be watching at. First key level, 560. 560, massive psychological level. Look at the pre-market, okay? SPY has an open gap to fill at 561.53. This is the best level to be shorting the S&P 500 on SPY. Put this on your chart. 551 or 561.53. This is the best level to be shorting SPY. Every other trade I give you, you'll make a couple bucks. You'll make 10 cents here, 20 cents here, 30 cents here, 40 cents here. The big money is at that gap. A strategy that I've been teaching is the gap close reversal. As you guys know, if we gap above a previous closing price, we come back down to it. We're going to hit calls to ride it up. We gap beneath of it, come back up to previous closing price. We're going to hit puts for the gap close reversal. Gap close reversal. But there's something called a gap and go. Something else that I teach. SPY can gap beneath the gap, break through it, come back down to retest it, hold it for support, and go higher. SPY can gap up, come back down to the key level, hold support, and go higher. Or it can gap up, come back down to the key level, break through it, come back up to retest, and it's going to be a short. A gap and go. Gap and go means we come to the gap, we reject it, and we keep going. We come up to the gap, we act as support, we keep going. A gap close reversal, come down to the gap, bounce. Come up to the gap, bounce. Come down to the gap, reject it, go lower. Come up to the gap, use it as support to go higher. We teach this in Sniper University. I'm just giving you guys a quick lesson because a lot of people are struggling with the best trades. The gap close reversal is one strategy that you need to perfect, and that one strategy can make you an immense amount of money. I promise you that. So 560, we have the gap at 561.53 to the downside. This pocket, 558 to 557.17. This is what you're going to be watching at. If we reject 557.17, we're going to free fall to 555.50. If we hold 558 as support, we're going to fill the gap at 561.53. I promise you that. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's just technical wise, okay? What you also want to do is you're going to want to be adding uptrends and downtrend lines, guys. So many new traders are sleeping on this. Just do micro ones, right? Watch this trend break and then you know not to short, okay? Watch this level break, and then you don't want to do calls, but you could do it zooming out. You could do it on the 30-minute time frame. You don't need to be doing it. You don't need to just be shorting and trying to guess a top or guess a bottom. Use technicals, use uptrend lines, use downtrend lines. Put the trends in. Again, we teach this in Sniper University. It's in the description below. Too many people are just randomly just trying to catch a top. SPY's been ripping so much, guys. I'm just going to get puts and hold. I've seen so many people get clapped. I let SPY rip $50 before I tried short, and guess what? I only made $1,200 on it, but I had 6 figures in there, so my risk reward was horrible. I'm lucky to have been out there alive and made money, but I went down 15 grand to make $1,000, right? We don't want risk to rewards like that. That's just stupidity. We want to wait for the confirmation. We need a daily candlestick confirmation. At minimum a 4-hour and 1-hour candle to start getting into the puts. Safe contracts. I want everyone to go minimum 2 months out. If you can't afford it, don't do it. You can't afford safe contracts, don't swing trade. Don't be doing no 4 days out, 3 days out, next day. Don't do it. Swing trade with money you're able to risk. And you need to buy yourself time. Options are like an hour figure glass, the sand coming out. They eventually go to zero, right? You need to know the theta, the delta, the IV. You need to know the Greeks, and Dimitri teaches this in Sniper University as well, guys. You need to invest in proper education. You need to know what contracts you're buying. And this, you could pay for the education or you could do hours of work online. It's okay. Whatever floats your boat. Me, I've never paid anyone for education. I'm not telling you to buy education. I'm self-taught. It also took me 6 years to be a profitable trader, right? So to each their own. Whatever works for you. If you don't have capital to do it, you don't have money to do it, you got to put the work in, but you need to know what to be looking at. You need to understand options, contracts, expiry dates, IV. There's so many aspects of day trading that you need to perfect before putting real money into this. Because I've seen multiple traders go from futures funded accounts to options, and they don't respect the money because they're not used to it being real money, and their emotions are all over the place and they just blow up. You want to learn the right way and the correct way, and you want to learn once. And that's why Dimitri and I started the Daily Sniper. This is what we do. We teach this. So take out of this as you wish. 560, massive level of resistance. 561.53 is an open gap on SPY. To the downside, 558, 557.17. This is a zone, a massive bounce could happen, but if we reject this level, we will free fall multiple dollars. The daily time frame is telling me a pullback to minimum 546. It may not happen. It's speculation, right? It's technicals, and technicals don't work all the time, so we don't know. But that's what I'm anticipating. And that is a game plan. The Daily Sniper, #1 options Discord in the world. If you don't believe me, I'll give you 100% of your money back guaranteed, guys. wap.com/the Daily Sniper. 50% off weekly and monthly memberships. Use code YouTube at checkout. And I'll see everyone tomorrow. Take care, guys.